And we can call and laugh about it. And she said, well, you sure you're not a mirror image of me? You see what I'm saying? But we can talk on that level. Yes, things happen between both of us. No, I was not squeaky clean, you know, but at the same time, we both are in God. And I realize that just because you're not my wife, that doesn't mean that you're not my sister. You are still my sister in the Lord. Period. You know, I don't care who said it can't work or who said that we shouldn't do it. I mean, and when her grandmother passed, she calls me. You know, because she knew how close I was to, and we've been divorced almost 4 years.
But you still had a relationship.
But I had a relationship, and she know how I felt about her, and she would feel bad if she didn't tell me what went on. And so, you know, look, what do you need me to do? Do you need anything? Do you need prayer? Is everything? No, I'm good. You need to talk. You need, no, I'm good. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is, it's because I understand something about God, but most importantly, not most important, but the other thing I've discovered is something about me. You know, do you know that there's some things that you have done is not still a true representation of who you really were? It was just something that you fell into.
Amen.
And now, in many cases, people still have given you that label, even though that is not true. Even though the talk could have been, you know, he's a this type of man, and he's not that, and you may not be that. Now, you may have fallen into something, and fallen into something and having a habit of something is something, two different things. And we have to get to that point. But that doesn't mean that people are still not going to identify you as that. And as I heard the old people say, well, people can talk all they want, just don't let it be true. You know, so you have to get to that point. So I had to get to a point in my life where there are some mistakes that I made, and there's some things that I did that was awfully wrong for the position that I was in. But at the same time, I know that wasn't me. Now some people, what you mean you did it? No, that wasn't me. Because if that was me, that would be me now.
Right. That's true. That's right.
You know, if that was, you know, because I had a friend ask me, he said, you know, I know you fell in this, that, and the other. And he says, well, do you like this? I says, no. He says, I'm glad you said it because you are not doing it. I says, thank you. He says, what people are saying. I says, I know what they're saying, but that's not who I am. And you know who told me who I was? God did. God said, let me show you who you really are. And now I can be by myself and not have to have somebody, you know, and I ain't trying to be funny. At the position that I'm in, I could easily get whatever I want. You know, I could have had probably one a week, but that's not who I am. Because it's sad, you know, even some of your preaching, but oh man, you single now, you can do whatever you want. I says, but that's not who I am.
That's right. We know that. Some of them, oh yes.
And a lot of them do. I mean, and I don't want to dispose anything, but you know, people do. I mean, people will come, man, now you can really live the life. No, I says, look, if I can't live a life by myself godly, then I'm not living.
That's right.
You know, so when I'm talking, I'm saying things to people, I ain't telling you that, you know, that God haven't delivered me. He has. I'm not telling you that I'm wonderful because I'm not. I'm good. I mean, now tomorrow that may be something different, but I'm taking one day at a time. Because also you should never say never.
Never.
Because never sometimes don't mean never. Never means sometime when the right opportunity come along.
Yeah. There you go. Ain't that something? That's a shame.
Yeah, but it's the truth.
That's right.
That is the truth. So sometimes people, what we're saying is, I'm good today. And I pray God keep me tomorrow and the next day. But I ain't trying to live for tomorrow when all I have is right now.
There you go.
You know, so I take one day at a time. And I ask somebody, you ain't going to tell me you ain't seeing nobody. I'm not. I heard you had 5 or 6. I said, well, I'm glad you heard it. So what am I saying? And it's our society. It's our society and our churches that basically say,
that's right.
You must be.
That's right.
Look, I could talk to somebody 4 hours on the phone and had no sexual connotations in it whatsoever.
That's right.
We making sense. Because that's my other issue. I like to talk to somebody that got some sense. At least know what a verb and an adjective is.
Okay.
Come
Oh
on.
my goodness. Oh,
I mean, you know, because when I start, you know, what you talking about? Oh, hold on. Oh. I'm like, you, if I see something on the video, you start saying something on the beginning. You know what?
we need to talk about that.
It's like, don't call us. We'll call you back.
I'll call you back. That's right.
Even because, you know, I don't know if it's because I'm getting old. But some days you say you don't have time for
Some
that.
things make more sense to you. It's not that because I'm 32 now, but when I first moved back here, I was 28 years old, and I had a lot of dudes approach me, and they want to talk to me. They want to establish some type of chemistry, some type of bond or something. They talking to me, but they with all this hood. Look, I'm from the hood. Yeah. I grew up from. But please speak on a level to where I can understand what you're saying, because I don't understand all that.
Just
slang.
because you come from the
Yeah,
hood
don't mean I
you have
understand.
to act
I don't
good.
understand all that slang. Please talk to me like you're a human being. Yeah, that's what that's exactly what it was. And I was sitting there just as lost looking at this dude. So I'm like, look, I left some biscuits in the oven at my foster mama's house. I really need to get back home. I will be back. I promise you I'll get back.
But the older you get,
Yes.
the less you tolerate.
Yes, that's true.
And about I say, we have to say the older we get, but
Yeah.
sometimes the more experience we get.
That's
Okay.
correct.
You know,
That ain't
that's correct.
necessarily the case now.
What?
That ain't,
Experience?
that ain't necessarily the case because,
Talk to me,
like
talk
I
to me.
said, thank you, Lord. I appreciate it. But you ain't put this on the thing. Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Okay. Okay. My daughter had her first date at 16, right? But she had graduated, right? Which was cool because I didn't really want to have no boyfriend until I, I was like, hoping I was hoping, Lord, please don't. Anyway, she did. Well, so she was talking to this boy on the phone, texting and stuff. I just thought they were little friends, and she told me, she mentioned something. She said, I think I had a boyfriend. One day she said, I think I had a boyfriend. The next day, it wasn't even the next day, she said, oh, he's taking me on a date. Date? What date? On a date to the park. Well, okay, y'all know Kadeja. Okay, you know a little bit about Kadeja?
No.
Okay, you know nothing. Okay. All right. Kadeja was like, he's taking me, we're going to Diamond Lake. He's going to pack a picnic lunch. She was a vegetarian now, and he's supposed to know that and everything. And, well, he forgot evidently. He forgot that she was vegetarian.
Oh.
Had ham sandwiches.
Oh.
Ham sandwiches. She can't even eat raw apples.
Okay.
But he brought oranges. He was almost safe. I'm trying to help the boy out. I said, well, baby, you know, sometimes boys don't listen. They don't listen. And you just have to understand that. Well, she got an uncle, Kevin. You understand?
I do.
I don't watch. You remember the thing about Haiti? This was Haiti.
Yeah.
Haiti. Okay, Haiti's in where? The Caribbean?
Right.
Second family. The boy said, he said something. She said, well, you know this thing about Haiti, because she'll have this conversation with her. Honey, that boy didn't know where Haiti was. That was, I was like, Lord. Okay, he didn't know where Haiti was. That was two. The next thing was when he she's been out to dinner. You know, we all go out to dinner and stuff like this. He's talking about how, she was 16. And he said, well, you know, I only go out to dinner on special occasions. Well, she thinks she's a special occasion because she's always been taught that, you know.
That's right.
So she, you know, I could just see her looking at it. She's 16 now. Special occasion. You going on a date with me? You know, that's supposed to be a special occasion. So I'm trying to help the boy out. She's 16. I'm helping the boy out. I said, well, baby, maybe you can bring him by the bookstore. We'll get a book for him or something like that. Bad idea. The boy came in the store. It looked like books was dangerous or something. You know Kadeja?
Yes.
She reads. All right. She's 16. So it ain't about how old we are, but it's about who we raised.
And that's the other thing, is who we raised. And a lot of times the experience that they have.
Yeah.
And the fact that some parents' relationships with their children are sometimes borderline almost sister-brother.
Right.
But they feel, when I say they feel comfortable, and I'm saying in a good way, they feel comfortable with sharing whatever they need to share with their dad or their mother. because we have it like that.
That's right.
You know, me
There's
and
so
my,
many of them. I just love this Bible study. This is really great conversation with adults that's talking something that's so deep on all different types. I go home and I come. We ready on Wednesday?
She asked me Sunday,
Are we going on
are
Wednesday?
you gonna pick me up
You
for
gonna
Bible study?
and make sure you come on time this time. This, I love this.
Thank you,
I
thank
really
you,
do.
thank you. So, and my thing is, again, now, and the purpose of us even establishing this is the fact that a lot of times you can't talk and ask questions when the word is being taught. And I was determined not to make it like a regular Bible study. So it is called Bible discussion. You know, and not so much just Bible discussion, discussing life, of stuff that we deal with every day, because I am bent on making sure people are whole. You know, not just, you know, you the church Sunday. You know, you got your hallelujahs on, you got to thank your Jesus is on, but yet you go home and you're dealing with issues that you can't talk to nobody else about. It's because you're going to be judged if you are.
That's right.
You know, so that is the purpose of this study.
That's right.
You know,
Experience
that
running around our house, even the dog going through the house. I pick up a Bible, everybody goes to sleep. The dog be, I'm literally, yesterday, I picked the Bible, trying to talk about the Bible, the dog ran straight into the wall. Straight into the wall. I'm like, what? I just picked the Bible up and you got kids, you got older people, you got everybody
And you
going
know-
through their own issue.
But-
The dog is confused.
But we're
Yeah.
laughing, but
But
she
you,
is
but
serious.
you know,
It's-
and we're laughing,
right.
she's serious, and
Yes.
she is not off.
That's right.
She's right.
That's right.
As a matter of fact,
right.
I am dealing with a topic now in my church. We're dealing with, you know, the spiritual wickedness that we deal with, and we think it's just people. But the Bible says we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness, which means that there are things that are motivating people. Because once you get this person out of your life, notice that another person come back and they have some of the
Yeah, some of the
similar
same-
things,
yeah.
and then everybody think, well, maybe it's you. In some cases, it's not you. It is actually something spiritual that you are battling with. But if you never deal with the foundation of that thing, it's just going to constantly repeat itself, because eventually it's trying to get to you. So you have to. We have to deal with that, and a lot of times it's amazing. Now this is the scary part to me. The scary part to me is this is in the Bible. And what I just made mention to you, I found it in the Word. The scary thing is that a lot of people won't approach it and they won't deal with it. You know, yes, we deal with spiritual things. And I was preaching on Sunday, and I says, let's not just think of demons as something hideous. You know, as something, you know, looks like horns and stuff. Let's not think of demons that way. A demon is anything that gets into your life that tries to stop you from serving God.